Okay. Going live now. Let's just double check all of this. Check it out. Looks like we very well could be live. And there we go. Yep. Word. How's the audio? Just double check all of this. Hey, not bad. Okay. Okay. Today, we are checking out a game called Manor Lords. It's a medieval city builder with a military twist. I've got, I don't know, maybe 8 hours into the game, and I'm loving it. This is definitely a game that I can nerd out on. All right. Papa Obi-Wan. Here we go. Creating our crest and shield. I go with the Phoenix on a field of blue. All right. Okay, there's you can see here 3 different scenario templates, and I'll just let you pause the video at your leisure as I go over these menus and things. But I'm just going to go with the default, which is restoring the peace. I'll read this one. Premise. 2 territories in the north are claimed by the illegitimate baron, whose castle is located off the map. Bandit camps reside in the other unclaimed regions. Build and expand at your own pace. When ready, challenge the Baron for the northern territories. Victory conditions: conquer every region. Guess what? It's not a build at your leisure. If you don't go hard at this game at the very beginning, you have no chance of winning. It is still in beta, so it's still super buggy, lots of issues, and that's not a problem. There's still, I guess, maybe not beta but early access. I'm just saying, there's a steep learning curve to this game, so. Alrighty, here we go. Let's begin. Now I threw a poll up in the chat asking whether or not I was gonna whether or not I'd be wiped out within 6 years of the game, in-game. Right now it's at 100% no. I don't think I even voted. But I'm just going to leave it up. Y'all can vote as you want. Alright, let's begin. New message. Victory condition dominance. Build up your town, your manor, and when ready, press claims toward regions owned by your opponents. Once a claim has been pressed, be ready for battle. I will unite these lands under my rule. Okay. First things first, I'm going to pause. So all of these little tooltips that pop up, I've read a whole bunch of them already. So, like I said, pause at your leisure, read them if you like, or try out the game and see for yourself. It's It's really rad. Okay, so we start out with a bunch of homeless. Don't get me wrong. It says homeless, but they're actually solid people. Okay. Okay, let's take a look at our region. So we spawned into... How do you even pronounce that? Eichenhau? Alright, we've got a rich deposit of wild animals, which means we'll have a decent amount of food to begin with, as well as some wild berries and some iron deposit. This is going to be awesome because it will help us, eventually build our armies. But this clay deposit, this rich clay deposit right here, this is essential. If you don't have either a rich clay deposit or a rich iron deposit, I mean, you're gonna have a hard time. You're just gonna have a hard time if you're going for dominance and you're taking the farmer route in this game. You're gonna have a hard time making money, and the only way to win is by making money. So do we have... Okay, he's already got the rich iron deposit. We have another rich clay deposit here. Ooh, this shoal of fish, the rich deposit, is incredible. Because this rich deposit of shoal of fish, if you grab that in the beginning, you're basically set in terms of food. They respawn so quickly, and you can generate food, like so much food in one season that it's pretty ridiculous. But anyway, okay. First things first, if you don't throw down a logging camp, the game will actually tell you, hey, you're about to lock yourself out of the game if you don't throw a logging camp down. So be careful in the beginning. You definitely need wood. I mean, it's a building material, and regardless of what era of the world you live in, wood as a building material is essential. So we're going to throw that down. Okay. Next one that we want to do, I think I do want to, if we throw a hunting camp down, can I put it on? Yes, I can. Check that out. It's just outside that red circle, which is a good place for it to be. You want your hunting camps as close to your prey as possible, right? You don't want to be carting those carcasses very far. So we're gonna throw the hunting camp down. Oh, let's just press play and see what happens as we go. Let's see. So we have some supplies here on the ground, along with a hitching post, along with our temporary housing. The hitching post is, as you can see, the oxen here is going to grab the logs along with a transporter, and the guide will tell them where to take their materials. We've also got some supplies here. We've got 20 bread, 20 firewood, 20 stone, and 10 tools. So if we allow these supplies to just chill there, then if it rains, that the bread here and the firewood can get damaged. Maybe even the tools, I don't know. But so we want to get a granary and a, what do they call it in this game? A storehouse. as soon as possible. I would say granary before, so that you can get that bread into your granary and protected. Because as you can see, when you click on that and you mouse over the bread, it says spoilage very high. So right now it's exposed to the elements, and so you can lose that initial bread really quickly if you're not careful. So we're gonna throw a granary down, and I kind of want my granary to be near this hunting camp, so I'm just gonna throw it on the same side of the road, right next to the hunting camp. And proximity of these two buildings is not going to affect the growth of your wild animals in this area. All it will do is make it easier for you to get your food going and keep it as close as possible and near and access to it. You know. Okay, so we've got our logging camp. They're working on that construction. We've got our granary. I'm going to speed this up so we can get these two buildings done. Let's see what this message says. I have heard of your renown. I only seek to defend my rights and my honor against those who would wrong me. I hope you will not judge me by the rumors and slanders that some may spread about me. Well, as we saw in the description of this game mode, that man's an illegitimate ruler, so thanks but no thanks. Okay, let's go ahead and go back to our speed. Granary is going to be built real quick. Our logging camp is done, but I don't want to do anything about that just yet. Once this granary is done, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to...
We'll need to lift this beam to the roof.
Pause. I'm going to load up as many workers as I can here. And what they're going to end up doing is they are going to walk out here to this supply area, and they're going to grab all of this bread and bring it back to the granary for storage, and I'll show you. So right here it says spoilage very high. Let's see what it says when it's in the granary. Family requests more market area for their stall granary. That's pretty typical. Okay, so granary stocks are full now, and look, bread spoilage low. Now that it's in the granary, we're good to go. Okay, so the next step, I'm gonna throw down a storehouse, but let's just like throw it. Throw it down like right here. And then, nope. Let's go to the residential tab and throw down some houses. And honestly, this building system that they've got here is actually really quite easy and fun to use. Snaps to roads regardless of the shape or other buildings or whatever is going on. So let's go. So here is our storehouse. So I'm just gonna, should I give a space or no? Yeah, let's give just a bit of space here. Maybe one more? That's a lot. Let's go here. And we're just gonna go over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we're gonna come. I like things in the grid pattern. I'm from Utah. Everything is on the grid rather than just willy-nilly and all sorts of spaghetti noodle traps. So let's keep things nice and orderly. Here, we're gonna go here. And, oh no. Apparently I can't. I only have 2. Okay, that's no big deal. Alright, just right click out of it, and we're good to go. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna hit play. I'm gonna reduce our workers in the granary to none because we don't have any food production right now. And let's get some trees going here. So right here, this is gonna be kind of your central notifications area. You can scroll up and down to see all of your notifications. As you can see, I'm running out of wood, but really that was when the supplies were running low here and being moved, transferred to the granary. So the game thought, oh no, you're losing your food, but really they were just being moved. Right here, it's saying a negative here is homelessness. And as you can see, our approval rating is down 5. At 50% or above, your population growth will grow. But if it's below, it will not grow. And if you get negative or below 50% enough, then people will leave. I mean, that's pretty typical for this type of a game. But homelessness -5. Once I get homes built for all of these families to go into, that will drop to 0, but it will still continue. As you can see, there's a previous month's label there, and the homelessness will continue to affect you for a time, but immediately what we want to do is get rid of that homelessness ASAP. So we've got 2 timber, and it's actually, I've had a few games that were similar to this, like Banish, where you could like zoom in and actually see what's going on. One thing I think is really cool, up here at my avatar, this eyeball button, visit mode. If you click on it, you can literally go into town and roam around as your lord and see how things are going. Cool, huh? When I first saw this, I was like, dude, I'm done. I'm sold. I don't want to just zoom around like a god in the air. I actually want to see what is going on. Look at that. Look, there's like a little loft or something in there. You can sleep up there. It's awesome. Alright, let's get out of there. Okay, we've got all sorts of buildings going on.
Soon the beating sun.
Construction finished for our storehouse. And how, I mean, okay, we got 8 timber, so that means we can throw down a few houses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again. So I'm making these big enough. Do you see that little extra portion at the back of the house? That's going to make it so we can add like little additions, like chicken's coop or, you know, whatnot. Stuff like that. So those are going down there. I need 2 more. And I think what I'll do... Oh, man. Let's go here. Oh, yep, see, I need 4. So I gotta wait for these to complete. And I think that's what I'll do. Jason Troina, that is a cool way to blend first and isometric gameplay. Bro, you're talking over my head. What do you mean by isometric? I'm a dummy sometimes. I think I agree with you, but I just need to know what you're saying there.
Time to find a good tree. Soft.
Maybe I'm bad at this. Anyway, yeah. How it is viewed now? Yeah, you're right. Yeah, it's really fun. I've played. I can't tell you how many city builders I played over the years. Shoot, dude. Total War, Warcraft, like all of these things. Banished. Oh shoot, there was another indie one that I'm forgetting the name, but like it. This one by far, Banner Lords. I haven't played Banner Lords, but this one, for me, like I'm much more on the let's focus on the city building and the management with a little bit of the twist of the military in there, rather than the ginormous scale battles that you see in like Total War. And I feel like Banner Lords is more like that Total War feel. And so this one for me, like I said in the beginning, I nerd out on this type of stuff like nothing else. Okay, let's speed this up so we can get our homes built ASAP. And I'm just going to bring this down to 1 so we can continue a little bit of wood production. Oh, you know what? I'm going to throw 1 person into the storehouse. And this person that's working the storehouse, they're going to come in and move all of these supplies from this area and put them in the storehouse so they don't get damaged. Jason is my best bud, by the way, in case anyone is asking. I told him I was going live. Thank you, dude, for checking in on me. I appreciate it. And now we've got our homes. We did get an armament delivery. That's awesome. But honestly, the spearmen the spears that they provide for this, the shield and spears, I haven't found them to be super productive. They lose in battle to a group of brigands, and it's not not the best. So, but it's free. So, all right. Okay, we got to keep going. So what are we building next here? So population, like legitimately, population is so essential in this game. If you are not growing your population constantly, you are not going to win. You just, it's not possible. For some reason, so every month or so in game, you can click on this Hire Mercenaries tab through the military. And see, we've got 3 different mercenaries that we could hire. So this wealth comes from your personal treasury, not from the regional wealth. Regional wealth is like basically how rich the people are based on what they're producing and things. Treasury, your personal treasury, you can only increase that through taxes and like defeating brigands and bandit camps and things. But taxation is your main way of increasing your personal treasury, and anything from the military comes from your personal treasury rather than from the people's regional wealth, which I think is cool, because that to me shows that the leader, the lord or so, he is the one that is willing to fork out his own income in order to protect the people. Instead of, I know it's taxes or whatever, but when you're going to war, what do you do? I mean, I don't know. I don't know what it was like to be a peasant or even a lord back in those days. Oh, hey, since we built our 5 houses. Boo, taxes. I know. Taxation is theft. I totally believe that 100%. But you got to work within. you got to work within the confines of the game, right? Okay, so our village has upgraded. Small village. So now we can pick up a specialization, and because we have that rich vein of clay, like legitimately the only option in my opinion in this moment, we've got to try to get to this deep mining, because what it will do, you can read this tooltip, enables the building to extract resources indefinitely. So even once that number goes down to 0, you're going to be able to continue to gather resources from this. So the only way to be profitable is to try to get to that deep mining ASAP. So we're going to click on this charcoal burning, which incidentally will increase our fuel efficiency. Okay. This little barrel here and the red one, this tells you, as you can see, months remaining before supplies run out. It mainly focuses, I say mainly, but literally there's only 2 there, but it focuses on food and fuel. If you don't have food and you don't have fuel, your people will either starve or freeze to death. And so you want to make sure that you're maintaining those 2 resources consistently. The way we're going to maintain our fuel is here in the Gathering tab, and then the Woodcutter's Lodge. Now the Woodcutter's Lodge, they don't take logs that come from the logging camp. They literally chop down their own trees so that they can create the firewood, the fuel that you need as a settlement. And I think shoot. Okay. If I clear cut this whole forest right here, then these animals will go away. So I don't want to do that. But I do want some of it cleared. So where should I put my... I think I'm just going to throw it up here in the corner a little bit. Maybe even just right next to... I'm going to give it a little bit of space, because we're also going to throw down some logistics, another hitching post. I actually think I want to move that a little closer. Nope, wrong click. What am I doing? There we go. Speed this up and get those built. Sometimes hitting that fast forward times 12 button it speeds things up pretty quickly. Most of my gameplay previously has been in this just fast forward times 4 button. But yeah. Okay, so to increase our settlement to the next level, we need to take our burgage plots, which is our homes, and increase them to level 2. We need 2 of them. And now it says level 1 or higher, and then level 2 or higher. So right now, our total homes that we need to have can be 5 still. We just need to upgrade 2 of them to level 2, and then we're good to go. And we've got our next level in settlement. So these 2 are a little bit bigger plots, so I'm going to upgrade them first. And when you click on your burgage plot, I don't even know if I'm saying that word right, it'll show you all of the different requirements that you need to meet before you can upgrade your home. Okay? So you need water access, a church level, a fuel stall supply, a food stall supply, and a clothing stall supply. Actually, 2 different types of foods. So the market, let's show you that right now. So that's going to be in the residential tab. And right here, you click on your marketplace, and you can throw the marketplace down anywhere you want. But the closer it is to your homes, the more access they have to it. Now, given the fact that we need so many homes, you gotta kind of try to put it in a central location, and the homes closest to the marketplace have access to those goods quicker than or before those that are further away. But we kind of, I mean, in terms of roads and things, we kind of see, here's that tooltip right here. Careful, you're about to run out of timber and block yourself. Make sure you have a logging camp before placing more buildings. Yeah, already got one down, but that's what you need to worry about. I think I'm just going to throw it down right here and then build my town around the marketplace a little bit. Okay, I'm going to go here, here. Uh-oh. That sounded like something. Okay, so this is going to give me 87. Oh, that's a lot. Maybe I want to make that a little smaller. 43, still big. Okay, maybe I want to go like 22. All right, let's call that good. Here we go. A well-supplied marketplace is the lifeblood of your town. Assigned families will set up stalls automatically as long as there is enough space on the market. However, are specific categories to check your current supply and demand. However, who taught me how to read? Hover over specific categories to check your current supply and demand. Burgage plots closest to, like I said before, closest to the market get their market requirements fulfilled first. Okay. So, let's say, so I have 2 people assigned. One here at the storehouse, because he's moving goods, whether it be, you know, whatever it is. Actually, right now, it looks like I don't need somebody there. But either way, what we're going to do is we're going to throw a worker, a family. It's not a worker, it's an actual family. So mom, dad, kids, everyone's going to participate in that job, which I think is kind of cool. So we assign a family to the hunting camp, and pretty soon we will be receiving meat and hide from the animals that we kill. And what I'm going to do, I want to kind of clear out this area for this mine. So I'm going to tell my logging camp, I'm going to click on this advanced tab here. Right now, it's an unlimited work area, which means it's they're just gonna grab from whatever is closest to them. Well, I am gonna click on this limit work area. It's gonna create a circle here. You can make it bigger by holding the control button and using your mouse wheel. You can go smaller or bigger depending on what you need. And I am just gonna go pretty large here. And that is going to be the work area for my logging camp. I'm just going to let my woodcutter's lodge grab from wherever is closest to them, because that is quite essential. I do want to upgrade this hitching post to a small stable, so I'm going to need to get some planks pretty soon. And honestly, you need planks to upgrade, I believe. Oh no, it's just wood. But some of these things are going to need planks in order to build. Here's the church here. So we need 5 logs, 20 planks, and 10 stone. So we are going to need planks. So let's go ahead and throw that building down. And the way you get planks is here, gathering, and then into the saw pit. And let's put you just here on the other side of, let's move it over a bit, because I think I want to throw some houses down right here. How many logs do we have? Yep. In fact, I'm going to do that now. Give ourselves a bit of a space here. I'm going to go something like, nope. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7, 8. Let's see what that does for me. It gives me 4. Go one more maybe. Yep, there we go. Well, bam. We're going to throw 5 down. 5 more homes right there. Still laughing at boo taxes. People can definitely blame Jason for many of my political stances. He helped me evolve and become the man that I am today. So thank you, brother. He definitely lit that libertarian side of me on fire. Not to say I'm conservative. I'm more of a centrist, but I lean right for sure. Okay, let's click on one button there. Okay, what are we looking at? Not enough supplies, not enough fuel. Okay, we got 2 months of fuel, 1 month of food. We're bringing in some meat, which is good. In fact, we can see.
Come one, come all. Cast your eyes on our fine selection.
You don't have to take credit if you don't want to. That's up to you, bro. Just
Come on, lad.
want to give credit where credit's due. That's all. You're freaking awesome, bro. Alright.
Don't forget to brace the frame of the door. You don't want it to sag.
Okay, we are gonna... Next step, we need a well. Oh no. Now you can change this option in the original menu, but right now it's set to I can only place my well where there is already underground water. And as you can see, You can zoom out. Oh man, I didn't realize. I've never zoomed out that this far in while holding on to the well. But holy smokes, I don't want to go too far, but check that out. You can see throughout the whole map all of the different places where you could place a well. Wow. That's crazy. Okay. That being said, that's our storehouse. Shoot. I'm just going to throw you back here. I know it's not ideal. Oh, wait. Let's go here. Along the road, next to these homes. Bam. Nowadays, I think you're probably right, dude. I can't tell you how many senators or representatives that I've seen on X lately that are like, they're posting something about the government and they're like, you don't hate the government enough. You're in the government! What are you doing? There's enough crap going on in the world. Please, can we all just laugh a little bit more? I know there was a big kerfuffle online between Elon Musk and a bunch of conservatives. And then the next day he was like, can we please post positive things on X? And at first I was like, screw you, dude. This is what you wanted. But for real, we really do need a lot more laughter in the world. Mike Lee. He was one of those. He was one of those that was like, you don't hate the government enough. And I appreciate his stances. He's been a staunch defender of the Constitution, and so I love Mike Lee. He's awesome. No complaints here from him. Other than maybe backing a handful of things that I'm like, dude. But I get it. Like, it's a game. Government's a game. It's not a game I want to play. And I don't think it's a game we should be playing, period, but almost feels like we're hostages to all these people. As the American people. Dude. Okay, like, don't take this the wrong way. I am completely autistic when it comes to these types of games. And holy smokes, what you have been showing me with SC, I like, please don't take offense, but you are totally autistic with that game, and it's awesome. I freaking love it. We're both on the same page, just, well, maybe not the same. We're both in the same book, just on different pages. Maybe that, I don't know. Is that a good analogy? Yikes! I might have just butchered that. I don't know. Maybe it's we're both on the same page. It's just you're on one side and I'm on the other. For real. Conversation for another time, actually. Debating on where to take my channel. Gaming is what I want to do. I catch enough grief commenting on political posts and things. Okay, so we're right here. So we've got a market food variety +4. I don't even know how it's +4. But we're at above 50%. So guess what that means? If I can maintain that +50% going into next month, which happens in one day, check it out, or a couple of days. May 30th, 31st? Shoot, I don't even know the calendar. Meteor 2024. Me too, actually. Oh, jeez. Okay, we're gonna be changing to. We're gonna be flipping to June here any second, and then you're gonna see one family per month. So long as I maintain that plus 50%, one family per month will inhabit these excess homes. And okay, here we are. I'm just gonna hit play, and we're gonna see it happen in real time. And oh no, we're below 50% now. Oh my goodness. How rude. Oh, it's because I had bread. That was it, I bet you. It's because I had bread and meat, and now I only have meat. Yep, that's it right there. Bummer. Okay, well, tell you what I can do. Ooh, I don't want to do that yet. You can, so the reason I made my burgage plot so large is in that excess space that you've got on either side, you can choose an extension. And for now, you know, depending on your materials and things, you can increase. So if I go with a vegetable garden, it's going to cost 15 coins of regional wealth, but that will give me a passive increase to vegetables throughout time. It's not super great, but it can be the difference. And then the chicken coop's going to give you eggs, and then an animal pen, goats or pigs. I have done the animal pen with pigs, so I've received that excess meat. I haven't done the goats, which gives you excess hides. Hides you can then turn into leather and use it to create clothing and things. But in the meantime, we still got to try to figure out how to get that 50%. Okay, we are, in order to expand, okay, let's throw one family into that saw pit. Dude, I'm totally down. I want to be on with you because I'll be honest, when I jumped into Star Citizen on my own, it was pre 4.0, if you remember. I jumped into Star Citizen and basically almost immediately lost the ship that I was on. Like, I got lost in the solar system and I had no freaking clue where to go. Star Citizen, okay, peeps. Let me just talk about Star Citizen for a sec. I'm gonna press pause so that I don't lose my production here. Star Citizen, I'll be honest, is one of the most ambitious endeavors I have ever seen out of a developer. And I don't know. Okay, so it seems like something that Elon Musk is trying to do, right? So they're developing all these little subsections of the game as they go to create the full game, correct? So what Elon Musk is trying to do with Tesla, SpaceX, and all that jazz, what he's doing, the reason he built EVs isn't so that he can make Earth this green paradise. No. He knows that there's no internal combustion available on Mars. So the only way to get around on Mars is with electric vehicles. And that's why he why he chose to get into Tesla and develop the electric vehicles. And so Star Citizen, they're developing all these little, they're not necessarily mini games, but these subsections of the game as they go. And it legitimately is one of the most ambitious endeavors that I have seen in modern gaming history, for sure. When you get into SC for Oh, but what are you saying, bro? When you get into SC for the first time? Oh, when did I? Is that what you're asking? I don't know. I mean, I know, but is that what you're asking? Cause you know, bro, you bought the game for me. It was Christmas, what, 3 years ago? Anyway, get back to me on that. But yeah. Oh, the image didn't work. Oh, you were trying to post an image to the chat. I see. Okay. And when you get into SC for the first time is your caption. Okay. Dude, that video that I sent you, that little short, where it's like, of course this is gonna happen, and this dude is like legitimately having his mind blown as he's as he's flying through these, I don't know what else to call them except like hyperspace tunnels, and he finally is like, yes, I'm gonna reach a new star system. And it goes to the image of the server has failed or whatever it is, and that's the end, and the game crashed for him at that moment. I thought that was hilarious. Okay, let's keep going here. So we've got our homes, don't quite have 50%, which is a bummer. So over time, again, so previously our homelessness here said homelessness -5. And so that homelessness -3 will go away over time. And so we're going to hit 50% no matter what in time. But it might take another month or even 2. Wormhole, there you go. Yeah. Yeah, that tracks. Totally. It's like, yes, I finally get to experience the new part of the game. Son of a bee. But legitimately, like, that's no, I mean, that's the game, that's what a game is in early access, right? Like, you have to expect that there's going to be problems. And I'll be honest, playing Manor Lords, in the 8 hours or so of gameplay that I have in this game, my game has crashed at least 4 times. And so I don't know if that's an issue with my system or if it's just bugs in the game. Like right now there's a bug in this game where sometimes your escape menu, see, I hit escape and it goes to the menu, the escape button doesn't work. And you can't save, you can't quit, you can't do nothing. You're just stuck in the game forever. Obviously until you force quit, but yeah, bugs. I love bugs. Yeah, you were talking, Jason. You were telling me a while ago that, oh shoot, what was the name of the show? Like you're gonna have like a recurring kind of video stream, like video thing going called, oh shoot, something confirmed. About confirming the bugs in Star Citizen so that you could go through, document what is going on and be like, oh, hey, Star Citizen, here you go. This is what happened. Here's all the information that you need. This is going to help you fix whatever's going on. Help me out. What was that you were going to call it? Yeah. Exactly. Part of the QA process. Yeah. Yeah, it was something like it was clever. I forget what the first word. It wasn't like bug confirmed, but it was something confirmed. Shoot. Darn it. Okay, so we're at 50%. June 10th. Can we maintain this? I don't know.
Bring this here, move that there, on and on.
So, okay, resource stolen by nearby bandits. Jeez, bandits. 7 meat. Alright, so if I zoom out and go to the full world map, it's just the local map, I guess. Right here, this is our bandit camp. And even though it is legitimately 1.5 counties away, they are still able to wreak havoc on me here. Yeah, I remember. It was like a couple of years ago we were talking about it. Yeah. Long before I upgraded my computer. Long before that. And I remember, it was right about the time that you gifted me the game. And I tried logging in, and I couldn't even get past the first menu, dude. Holy smokes, my game was... My computer back then was so wimpy. Yeah. That was a while ago. Good times. It might have even been a play on the military, like Operation something confirmed. Or am I tripping out? Maybe I'm tripping out. I don't know.
Firewood.
I think I'm tripping out. Operation doesn't sound right. Oh, I'm retarded. Oh no. Hopefully YouTube doesn't take me down for saying retarded. Oh jeez. Sensitivity nowadays.
Keep your half warm and your half
Hey!
easy.
Issue council. Okay. Something confirmed.
Come one, come all. Feast your eyes on a fine selection.
Oh, Star Citizen Issue Council. Is that like the group of you that were not necessarily working together, but we're having fun playing the game and finding the bugs? Is that what you're talking about? Because I remember you introduced me to at least one streamer that was doing something similar to what you were trying to do. I don't remember what her name was. I just remember she had those sleeves on her arms as she streamed. Yeah, yes, that's right.
Poor quality.
It was right about the same time that you and I were talking about No Man's Sky, and I tried that one out, and I was like, "This is fun," but oh yeah, name of the QA page, yeah. I'm so glad I didn't invest in No Man's Sky, by the way. I played No Man's Sky through the Game Pass. Holy shnikes. How many... It was what, like 8 years later and the game was still trying to sell for $60? I was like, come on, dude. You're literally on... like in part of a group where you can pay $10 a month and play the game for that amount. You're still trying to make $60 off the game? Come on. At that point, you're just gaslighting all of us. And legit, at that point, there was zero DLC. It was still just the main game, No Man's Sky. Something like 8-10 years later, still $60. And you know what? Skyrim, 50 years later, I would still pay $60 for that game.
Come on, laddie. Come
No
on.
way for No Man's Sky. Although I am kind of concerned about
Well,
Elder Scrolls
that's
6.
simply a fact.
Yikes. Dude, I'm just like sitting here chatting with my buddy, totally forgetting about the game. Okay.
Come on.
That's kind of how I want my live streams to go. Just BT dubs. I don't want to be that gamer that is just like completely focused on the game. I want to have some interaction with those that are paying attention. So feel free. If any of y'all pop in, say hi, let's interact. We're all human beings, right? Totally. It's not even a crap game. It was half a game at the time, man. Jeez. Like, Ubisoft with... No. Who is it that did Star Wars Outlaws? Shoot. Anyway. Ubisoft does it. Hopefully Bethesda doesn't do this. I mean, I'm a little worried, but... BioWare? BioWare. Freaking A, dude. The original KOTORs that they did, they were incredible games. And guess what? You didn't have to buy DLC in order to get the full experience of the game. Come on, BioWare. What the heck are you doing? Legitimately. I know, yeah. They're straight up front. They're like, this is completely in progress. And that's what I like about the Manor Lords. When you first go into the game, not once you go into like an actual gameplay of the game. I'm just going to press pause since you and I are chatting here. But when you go, like, first load up Manor Lords, the very first thing you see is this game is not complete. There will be bugs. Please help us solve all these issues. We want to create a good product for you. And they legitimately are interacting with their customer base, their users, and they want to learn what it is that we don't like so that they can make their game better according to those that want to play their game. Such a novel idea, isn't it? Isn't that crazy? Instead, we have people like Ubisoft. Who was it that did Dragon... No, it was BioWare. BioWare did Dragon Age Veilguard. And they're just like... Or Naughty Dog just shoving all this garbage crap into our faces. And they're like, this is what we're doing and you're gonna like it. And we're like, no, we don't like it. Don't make this game. Oh, you're a bigot and a misogynist and racist and all the other ists because you don't like this game. No, it's legitimately, you have crap writing. You have crap development. Give us a game that we want. We're telling you what we want. Just give it to us. Coffee Stain is that who does Satisfactory? Coffee Stain? I love Satisfactory, but again, it's one of those that is autistic on your level, bro. Dude, when you showed me, you legitimately pulled out a program to draw schematics in Satisfactory. I was like, dude, this game is so much. Holy shnikes. Valheim. Valheim is the same way, dude. There is so much involved in the game that I'm like, you have to you have to interact in every aspect of the game, every little one, even if you don't want to. Like in Valheim, if you don't do herbalism and developing potions and all of that, and creating all the food that you need, all the good food that's going to increase your stats and all that, you cannot You literally cannot progress throughout that game. And that part of it is frustrating for my type of gamer. I want options. I don't want to be forced into a game path, because it's basically like F the open world. You have to follow this tunnel, this pathway, regardless of what is going on. Even though you're in an open world game, you have to follow this pathway, otherwise you can't succeed in the game. What? Goat Simulator? Wait. Are you saying that the people that created Satisfactory also created Goat Simulator? Is that what you're telling me? That's freaking nuts. Oh, okay, let's keep going here. All right, what am I what am I doing? Okay, all right. You know, I've seen a bunch of like just like that initial photo, the initial thumbnail of Goat Simulator, and I'm like, I'm turned off by it, but at the same time, I'm like, I kind of want to play that game. Oh, jeez. That's awesome. Okay, here we go. 53%. Let's cross our fingers. Hopefully we can maintain that going into June. And maybe market food variety +5. I don't understand. I literally only have meat in my market. Whatever. Let's just keep going. All right, so if you remember, we had a forest that kind of came down into this area, and check it out. We have now clear cut a lot of this section in preparation for our rich deposit clay. Now I do want to get into clay production and subsequently into industry, into the clay furnace, which will produce roof tiles. This is going to be your moneymaker when it comes to your boy plays Goat Simulator. I might have to watch some videos on it just to see what it's like. That's awesome. Just go around eating what, like bushes and things, headbutting things, or rock climbing on the most impossible walls you've ever seen in your life. Dude, I saw this video. Somebody showed a video of a goat, like a mountain goat or whatever, you know, mountain sheep. It was like cozying up into like this little cave, okay, like to lay down to take a nap, and all you can see is the little mouth of the cave and the goat version of What? You're just going around and beating up other goats? That'd be hilarious. Anyway, this goat, they zoom out of this video, from the close-up of the goat in this little cave, and he's seriously on the face of like this 400-foot cliff. Like, what the hey, dude? What are you doing there? Oh, you're headbutting farmers. Oh, yeah, okay. You're basically just being a goat terrorizer everywhere you go. Oh, that's pretty good.
Firewood.
That's rad.
Why do I have to carry this alone?
All right. Next thing we're going to want to do. So in order to make these level 2, we do need a clothing stall. And the only way to get a clothing stall with what we've got right now is to develop leather. So we're going to throw a tannery down. And give it some space. So. There. So while that tannery is being built, we've got... Okay. So in this game, if you assign all of your families to doing a job and the unassigned drops down to 0, you will not be able to build further. You need to have at least one unassigned so that you can continue to build. Also, let's say you're chopping wood. See this ox right here? It's being guided. If you don't have an open family, an unassigned family, you won't have a guide to be able to guide your oxen to wherever it is that they need to go and get the work done. So obviously there's going to be strategic times where you're not going to want a guide. You're just going to throw all your peeps into whatever it is that you want done. But in time, like most of the time, I try to maintain a number 1 here as much as I can. If you can do more than that, you get things built much quicker. But so long as you got a 1 here, you can continue to build buildings. We also need to build a church, which is here in the residential section. Hey, we got the materials, so let's throw it down. Now the church, other than providing a space to bury your villagers in case they are killed in battle or whatnot, the church also makes it so that you can accept taxes in the form of food, which will then increase your influence. And the only way for you to be able to make claims, like if I wanted to come down here, if I wanted to come down here and claim this county down here, I can click on it, and here, it says I can claim with influence. I need 1,000 influence, and the only way for me to do that, not the only way, but the recurring way to do that is by gifting food to the church in the form of taxes. And then you will, in exchange, you will receive influence. Now, if you come over here, you can also see claim with king's favor. And as you can see, there's nothing here. This section is under development. So at some point, if you have favor with the king, you could use your favor with the king in order to claim certain areas. And right now, you can see king's favor. Right now, I'm at a 0. And there, in a game past, I was at -1. Honestly, I don't know what happened to make me negative. Hey, there we go. A new family started moving in. Awesome. So now that we have hit... So, okay, this month is nothing. But previous months, homelessness -2, market food variety +2. Guess what? That homelessness is going to drop off before that market food variety. And so from here on out, so long as I maintain my people's needs, I'll be able to maintain that 50+%. So every month from here on out, I'm going to gain a new family. And I can use that family to do, whatever it is. See, there's another one. Oh, no, that was just a family member. That's right. Because with each family comes two men and 1 woman, if I believe. So you come up here into our total population. You can see, I don't want to use my mouse to kind of mouse over things, but because if I move it, it's going to go away. But if you look, you can see over on the right side of level 1 families, we've got 11 men and 6 women. If we have 6 women, oh, there we go. Now we're at 12. And you saw that in real time. So now, as we continue, we have 2 unassigned. All right, what should we do here? We are out of fuel, so I'm going to throw 1 person here. Now, during the summer months and things, you don't necessarily need to worry about fuel. If you are using buildings like, so I've invested into the charcoal building, right? So that's going to be in gathering. So if I build a charcoal kiln, it will convert that firewood into 2 charcoal. But now if I'm using something like our clay furnace, it will use the fuel that I generate in order to produce its commodity. Obviously, throughout the winter months and throughout all months of the year, your settlers, your people will be using fuel to do things like cook and heat their homes. So you need to make sure that you're maintaining fuel. Again, throughout the summer months, it's not as big a deal. So you can get away. You can kind of fudge it a little bit. But we're gonna start developing some firewood with that. Let's speed this up a little bit. So I'm gonna be live for maybe another 20 minutes or so. One of my favorite shows comes on at that point. Tuesday night's main event from Geeks and Gamers. Shout out to all them out there. I can't believe I just said shout out like I'm Beardo. Give me a freaking break. Our tannery is about done. Our church is still being built. It's still under construction. Okay, you know what would help us with that? I think. No, we got one there. Yeah, it's not a big deal. I think we just gotta give it some time. The tannery is a little easier to build than the church. The church will take some time because, I mean, it's a big building, if you know what I mean. Okay, so what are we doing next? We've got some wild berries here, so what we could do, you know what, that will actually be helpful. I'm just gonna build a road. Now it's not gonna be ideal. Oh, seriously? Okay. Dude, oh my goodness. building roads in this game. Okay, let me just go through a tiny little tutorial here. I freaking love building roads in this game. Nothing in all of these city builders has ever compared to this. You can see in their little GIF here, whatever. As you put different points down on your road, the road will curve instead of just creating right angles or whatever angles like you would in a Sim City or whatever. I actually really enjoy throwing roads down because you can make things manipulate the curve of the road to look exactly the way that you want it, and I think it is so rad. So check this out. Let's say I want to create a circle, like a roundabout. I can go here, and then let's just, if we hold down, so if you look at the menu down here, Control and the mouse wheel, adjust curvature. So I hold down Control, I can adjust the sharpness or the angle to however I want to make my points conform to what it is. So then I go here, and then let's go there, and check that out. We've got a freaking roundabout. There's no way you could do that in SimCity. There's no way. And it would just look like an ugly grid mess. But now, you can literally conform your roads to the shape of the scenery, which I think is just freaking rad. Not the typical thing that you would think somebody would nerd out on, but road building. Go figure. Oh, jeez. Alright, but in the meantime, I'm just going to throw a road straight out. I know it's ugly and boring, but hey, it's efficient, and it's going to help things get done. Actually, you know what? No, I'm not going to. F that. I'm going to make it look good. So I'm going to curl it out a little bit. I'm going to start here. I'm going to put a point down here. No. A little closer. Not quite where I want it. There. Like so, a little bit. Let's see if we can adjust this curvature a little more. Like so. Yeah. Well, bam. There we go. Check that out. Dude, Skylines. That's one that I had. Cities and Skylines. I was interested in playing that, but for whatever reason, I think right about the same time I discovered like it wasn't, I mean, it was the latest Sim City. I think it was like, honestly, it might be the 2004 version. I don't know. But I started playing the Sim City. Cities and Skylines is one that I was interested in originally. I'm actually going to extend this just a tad more to kind of get into that berry patch, and you can kind of see where it's at. This blue section, these blue sections here, and if you zoom in, check this out. Oh my gosh, this is so freaking rad. So I'm gonna build my forager hut. Oh man, look how close I got. I almost killed some of those, I bet. But if we zoom in, we can actually go in and we can see these things. Oh my gosh. Look at that. There's some berries. Look. I love this game and how detailed it is. It's awesome. keep an eye on that timeline. So once my villagers are free to go build the forager hut, I'll be able to pick some berries.
Bring this here, move that there, on and on.
Come on, laddie, come along.
Oh, you know what I want to do? I just thought of this. I'm looking at that hitching post. I want to build a couple more hitching posts. Did I put one there? I did put one there. Awesome. I'm gonna put one. We're gonna throw one down. Oh, it doesn't fit there, darn it. Oh, kind of. Let's take this in as far as we can, and wha-bam. There we go. We got a new hitching post there. So now that I have this one free, or this hitching post here, I've got a second one, or third one I guess, being built, I'm gonna delete this one because it's just out in the middle of nowhere and I don't need it there. So you click on the unit, the building, whatever, right here, this button, demolish. Construction resources will be refunded. Yep, demolish. There's no, for hitching post, if you look, there's 0 construction costs, so it's really not that big a deal. Okay, it is August. Dude, believe it or not, okay, farming in this game is probably pretty legitimate, because if you choose to be a farmer, if you go like the farming route in this game, you will likely be managing property constantly, and you're going to be poor as heck because it is not super profitable, but it's actually pretty fun. The farming system in this game is pretty rad. At some point I'll have to get into it because I would like to show what it takes to make fields, how to farm them, how to plow, how to sow your seeds, and all that jazz. It's actually, as someone who aspires to be a farmer, it's pretty fun. Are you going to win with that? Probably not, unless you're playing on a peaceful map. Okay, so we have 5, 6, 7 families out of 10. Hey, a new family moved in. Cool. Now we have 3, or 8 out of 10. Hey, our church is done. So check it out. We can go to our burgage plots. Look, we've got access. We've fulfilled the requirement for water access, church level, fuel stall. We've got 1 food type in our market. We need 2, which those berries are gonna help sustain us so long as we can get to them before the end of harvest season. And then once we start developing leather, that clothing stall will be created and we'll be able to fulfill that requirement. And then it's just a matter of producing enough materials to upgrade your burgage plots. Okay, our forager hut is being built as we speak. I am going to throw 2 of my excess peeps there so that we can gather as many of these berries as we can before harvest. You know what? Do I have more that I want to be... Yeah, they need a guide. You need a guide. Okay, maybe I can... You know what? 6 months of wood cutting. We're going to reduce that down. And we're going to increase our foraging by 1 more. Don't have any there. Yeah. Okay. Oh, should I use 46 timber? How do I have 46? Maybe that, you know what? Oh, check it out. I don't know if you can kind of see them. Oh man, when you zoom in, it's kind of a little more difficult to see them, but when you zoom out a little bit and kind of go into that aerial view, you can see. So it's saying I have 46 timber available, but if you look, because I just left my forester, or my logger out here. The forester is somebody who plants trees so that you can regrow your forest. Because I just left my logger out here, all he's been doing is chopping things down, right? And the excess family has been tasked to go in and gather all of the logs. But if you can see, it says we have 46 timber. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I mean, they're littered all over the place down here. But my logging camp only has enough timber storage, for 28 logs. So we can't just keep bringing them in, otherwise we won't be able to store them all. And unfortunately, logs are not something that can go into your storehouse. They must only be staged at the logging camp. You can then, once you refine the logs into something else, anything else, like the refined items, can then go into the storehouse. But logs themselves must remain in the logging camp and within its storage. We do have 65 planks. I think what I'm going to do is drop him down, because we don't need quite so many planks, but I want to... Oh, hey, check it out. We've almost grabbed them all. Yeah, let's do... You know what we're going to do? We're going to add one to the granary. And so, okay, if you notice, we only have a few berries here in our granary. That's because we don't have somebody working the granary to transport everything back and forth. And so whoever is the excess, they're going to transport 1 or 2 or 3 from the original storage place, the pantry here in the granary, or in the forager hut, and move it. But now that I have someone working the granary specific, that's what they will be dedicated to. They will only be working towards moving food to and from production facilities to the granary. Now, obviously, with only one there, I'm going to throw another one in. I have a hunting camp. I also have this forager hut, and so their work is going to be split up between the two places depending on their need. So right now, the need to come pick the meat up is pretty minimal. Now, the granary, the worker in the granary, is not going to pick up that hide that was there. The hide is going to be picked up by the worker in the storehouse, because as you can see here in the storehouse, hides are being stored rather than in the granary. And then we can go to our forager hut and see that our materials here in the forager hut is going down, and that's because we have not just the granary, the people working the granary going and collecting, but we also have the 3 families that are part of the forager hut. They're transferring a little bit of that material as well. But what I'm going to do, since we have nobody here, or no more berries here, I'm just going to reduce this down to 1. Now if I leave it at 1, then they will maintain a stall here in the marketplace. if I take that down to 0,
Step right up.
the stall that they've created to sell their berries in the marketplace will become abandoned. And then I won't be able to use that as a requirement
Come on, lad.
for food stall supply here to increase our burgage plots. So while I want to be doing that, I want to make sure that I maintain that food stall. Okay, because I wasn't producing leather, I don't have a clothing stall quite yet. I think I'm just going to bump that up to 2 so that we can get that going a little bit quicker. Okay. Let's see. So right now, work area is empty. Workers can't find anything to gather within their work area, at least for now. Now, because I've only restricted the work area of 1 unit, or of 1 industry, I know which one it is that they're in question. But let's say you're zoomed out and you click on that button. Is that going to help me know where to go? No. I mean, it did because I only have 1 industry that's centered right there. But if that would have just centered right here, I would have no idea which industry it is that is saying they can't find anything to gather. But let's say you zoom in anywhere. Let's zoom into here, and we click on this button. It will center on whatever thing it is, whichever industry it is, that can't find work to do. So then you can decide from there, do I want to maintain that person there? Do I want to remove them and then move them into another industry so that they continue? Again, I'm leaving them here so that they can continue with that market stall in the market. But I am going to add an herb garden. And nope, not yet. See, if you look, if I were to build this herb garden, it would cost me 2 planks as well as 25 regional wealth. I legitimately need to save my regional wealth for when I build a trade depot, I think is what it's called. Trading post. Within the trading post, all of your different trade routes are going to cost money. And so if you run out of regional wealth, you're basically just going to have to sit around until you develop enough. Or you go around and loot things like bandit camps. But if you have no money, you're not going to be able to hire mercenaries. You're not going to be able to progress. And so it would be my advice, if you were, for anyone starting out, save your regional wealth. So I have a whole bunch of logs out there, right? If I were doing a whole bunch of expansion, then I would want those logs coming in, and I might want to click on one of these hitching posts and order another ox. That would only cost me 20 regional wealth, and that would reduce my regional wealth down to 30, but that should be enough that I would be able to sell, choose a trade route that I'm generating materials for, and then I would be able to gain income from exporting those goods. Okay. I think that is where we're going to call it for today. This has been a first look at Manor Lords. Legitimately, a game I feel like I could nerd out on for hours and hours and hours. It's not the most exciting game, clearly. I'm not it's no Warhammer Darktide where you're constantly being bombarded by hordes. But here we go. If this is your jam, this is your jam. And this is my jam. At least one of them. Don't get me wrong, I love shooting hordes, but not whores, hordes with a D. Well, anyway, this has been Papa Obi-Wan. Thank you for joining me for a first look at Manor Lords. A lot more good content to come. Looking forward to interacting with all y'all. Have a blessed day, and I mean, Merry Christmas was last week, but today is December 31st. Happy New Year, everybody out there. I hope it's a banger for all y'all, and blessings to all of you. Alrighty then. Take care, peeps.